Hey now. All right, let's get to it. What's going on, people? It's Thursday now, the 24th of March. Let me turn that down. A little bit of my music there. Thought I'd do something different for a change. So this last round has been really enjoyable for me. Talking about, well, the word dream kind of got me going on this. And it's just, I just like being able to share. But I think it's what's cool about the current topic, or where it's been going, is that it's just real clear to me, and I just really want to keep sharing that each person's experience of music, how we describe it, what elements we think it has, it's all very individual. There is no right or wrong description for any of this music as far as personal experience and enjoyment is involved. So I love that people are sharing with me music that is dreamlike and special to them. I share what's special to me with no intention that just because it's special to me that it's supposed to be special to anyone else. I just like sharing it, okay? And I think it's really important for us to consciously deal with the fact that opinions exist and it's okay. And having a difference of opinion is just not a big deal. Unless the person who has an opinion is doing something harmful. Having differences of opinion about music in general, I don't see how could that be harmful. So along those lines, Terje, ain't nobody forgotten about Oh Well by Fleetwood Mac. Okay, I'm showing the CD because the American vinyl version of the album came out without it on it. I think there's a vinyl version in America by Fleetwood Mac that has Oh Well on it, but I had it on vinyl, but it wasn't on it. But I've got this. It's a fantastic piece of music. It's very imaginative. The second half is beautiful. More on Fleetwood Mac, their song Albatross. Now that is a very comforting and just wonderful feeling song that takes me away. I just love it. So rather than get stuck on particular descriptives, I just want to just talk about just how much music means to me and what I really like. And those are qualities. And to just keep talking about Fleetwood Mac and knowing the real deal. The end of the game, yeah, I got it. You all know this album, Peter Green. His whole story, which I won't go into, but it's well known. The original guitarist from Fleetwood Mac that got them going. He was an amazing guitar player. I want to mention this because rock music history, John Bowden, I like his channel. I watch it regularly. It's really sad that the mediocre, average level of people just don't handle opinions well and seem so immature. And I'm talking about that people wanted to start a kerfuffle, wanted to start some mess about the fact that Alex Lifeson had some comments about his perception of Genesis with Phil sitting for the shows. And I saw nothing disrespectful about what he said. I could see his perspective. It's a valid one. Myself, I've seen Genesis 6 times. I would not, at this point, don't need to go see them. I saw them in their prime. For whatever reasons they decided to go out like this, they can do it. As a person who makes music, people talking from the outside about what I do, there's only so much validity to it when you don't know the process. So people getting all up in arms about Alex Lifeson having an opinion about Phil Collins is just bullshit. He can say what he wants. Some music that I just absolutely adore. Well, I love Brazilian music. Dorival Caymmi, I guess, is like an institution down there. But his son, Dori Caymmi, has made a couple albums that have songs to me that are just some of my, they just take me away. This album, If Ever, I forget the title. It's been a while since I played it on here, but there's one on here that, if I can remember it, it is just gorgeous. There's one on here, and there's one on here, Brazilian Serenata. I might even be, I think it's a song about Bahia on here. Just there have been times when I listen to the songs that they bring me to tears because they're so evocative. I don't speak the language, but I can feel it. So this is some of my absolute top favorite music. It's all irregardless of the genre for me. That is not what's important. I want to mention this again because it's like it just hit me yesterday after I was listening to it for a while. The Ron Caines, Martin Archer Axis. I really like this. And it was coming through. It's like, man, that voice on the horn, not Martin, but the other one. It's so familiar. And then it's Ron Caines from East of Eden. Oh my God, East of Eden. Mercator Projected, one of my favorite albums. See, I could say that about 1,000 albums. They're all my favorites, and they are. So making a top 10 is just pointless. I have a top 5,000 favorite albums. How's that? And I love them all. So this new Port of Saints by Martin and Ron, this just really caught me yesterday. I just went ahead and just took some more time with it. Martin is right there with Ron, with his voice on his instrument. It's a match. It's not somebody following somebody else's. Those guys it's really good. Okay. Another artist I love and music that he makes that really takes me away is Rypdal. Terje Rypdal from Norway. And this is one of my favorites, What Comes After. When this came out, I was so captivated. I remember a particular time I was getting stoned with my best friends. I just made them listen to it with me. I said, I just want you to try to hear what I hear. They didn't. It was funny afterwards, because I was a kid. I was pissed, because, you're a kid, This came out in 1974, and that's when I got it. So in 74, I was, 18? Okay. But the song Icing is the one. I just love it. It still gets me. Now, what he did is like, yeah, it's real. It's real. Okay? One of the things that happens on Facebook that's sort of fun is how different record collectors post albums on their release anniversaries, whatever year it was. So one of the release anniversaries yesterday was for this album, John McLaughlin, DiMeola, Paco de Lucia, Passion, Grace, and Fire. And this is just a feast. You want to hear the guitar getting played, and you want to hear interplay that is egoless. The ego is there, but it's like, these guys are so good, they know if I get caught up in trying to be my ego, I'm not going to play well. So I have to let the music move through me with my skill level, which is what these guys have. Amazing skills. It's a beautiful album. Beautiful album. Yesterday, because I'm kind of doing that right now because I'm choked for space, and I don't want to sell things that are important to me. But I know that there's stuff in the collection still that is kind of forgotten that can go. So here's one that I pulled, thinking, let me give this a critical listen. It's been a long time as to whether it stays, and this definitely stays. David Michael and Randy Mead, Petals in the Stream. This is one of those new age albums. I heard this on Hearts of Space originally, and it really fits their program well. But this is beautiful, and it's not schmaltzy by any means. This is gorgeous and just deeply felt. And if I were to make a comparison, Anthony Phillips, people who like Anthony Phillips, the original Genesis guitarist, check this out. Petals in the Stream. It is just fantastic. Okay? Okay. Something else sitting out that I was getting into the other day. Feline by the Stranglers. I still have this on vinyl. I just popped the CD. Great songs on here. Never Say Goodbye. All Roads Lead to Rome. The European Female, which was a single. Great band. Greatness, greatness, greatness. So Gary Numan is tonight. I'm not really excited about it. I went ahead and bought the ticket from Tim. At first I thought he was going to give it to me. So we'll see. I might not even go. It's cold. But we'll see. It's like I've seen him. What I like about Gary Numan is he is very nerdy, Asperger's, and so he doesn't hide what he thinks and feels. And he's really been getting into this, and I'm happy for him. And I see the exhilaration in the eclipse. I saw it when I saw him live too. He is in that moment, and he is loving it. So that'd be worth. That's what I like about what's going on with Gary. But we'll see. It's cold again. It's actually spitting snow now. It's not going to accumulate, but when it gets cold, it's really easy for me to stay at home. It sure is. Okay, let me just do a couple of pulls for you, okay? And we're going to go up here. Going up here, as you see, I'm not looking. I'm also trying to not have things so jammed together. What do we have? Okay, here's something that was sent to me. Felizol and the Boy. Like Cannibal Father, like Cannibal Son. And this is one that I kept. The cover is nondescript. I would have to play this to tell you what it was, but it was good enough to keep. I'm thinking it's possibly electronica. It's the Optimal label. Or is it the Optimal label? Yeah. So this is one I need to listen to again, okay? But it made the cut originally, okay? All right. I don't remember what that one sounds like. Okay, let's go back up here. Let's go back right here. Rest right in here, okay? So you see, I'm not looking. Ah, yes. The Gladiators, Albert Griffiths. Rest in peace. He passed away not too many years ago. Symbol of Reality. Reggae. Important, I understand, in the history of Jamaican reggae music. I got to see the Gladiators when they came to Omaha. It was one of the first genuine reggae concerts by Jamaicans in Nebraska. The person who promoted it is a friend of mine. One of the singers in the band was Melvin Mellow Reed, who also originally sang with the Ethiopians, Do You Know Your History, reggae. Well, interestingly, Melvin, while he was in town, met a woman, married her, and stayed. It was quite a saga. So I ended up in a band with this man, Mellow Reed, a reggae band, for about a year. He painted my house. I still need to get the house repainted, but it's still the paint job that he did because he was needing some money. How about that? And that's a great album. Symbol of Reality. Roots Reggae, Consciousness Reggae. Reminds me, I really like Culture too. Joseph Hill. Okay, so we're going to go over here and see what happens. Oh boy, they're so jammed together. There's two stuck, so rather than try to separate them, we'll... What do we have? Red Krayola. 2 albums. The first album, The Parable of Arable Land. This is truly psychedelic. Mayo Thompson, love this album. This is a great example of, to me, what it meant to take the idea of psychedelic and play with it. The sound collages that are in between each song on the first side, it's brilliant, I think. And then the like Hurricane Fighter Plane, the melodic contour of the chords, that's psychedelic. And then the next one, God Bless the Red Krayola and All Who Sail With It. Strange album. Very cool shit. Very cool stuff. Groundbreaking. There wasn't anybody else that I can think of off the top. Well, there were other people who were working in this area. Not many. Those guys were pioneers. Okay? So my phone is ringing. I'll do one more, and I'll go over here, back over this area here by the speaker. And what do we got? Soup Dragons, Had Gone Astray. Now, this is one that I keep, and I'm going to keep it. It's a pop song. Comes from the C90 days. Did I get that right? Friends in Britain. I don't know if they were considered part of C90, that movement. But that comes to mind when good song. It's Up, Had Gone Astray. Then they went on and did some covers and started to break through in America on the indie side. I didn't like those. But like this, and there's another one of their early songs that I can't remember, but I would see the video on Snub TV. I loved that show, Snub TV. Okay, so I'll stop there. What's going on with you all? What's going on with me is I'm going to be working on choosing my next single. I'm going to put out a single next Friday for Bandcamp Friday. And it'll be what I've been doing, but I'm going to add some real bass to it, whatever I do, just to do it, okay? So that's what I'm up to today. Y'all take care.